Hi Karen.
Hello.
And you're good for me to record your hands whilst you're doing this? Yes?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Right, well what we're trying to discover is we're trying to discover a way of improving the Tesco mobile app usability. And it's quite an interesting study, and what we're going to ask you to do is to think aloud while you use a wireframe of our design. So if you can tell us what you're doing when you're doing it, that would help us greatly.
Okay.
Right. I shall give you a little scenario to play to, and that'll just help you know what you're doing, I think. So, you won't have time to go shopping today.
Right.
So you decide to order your groceries on the Tesco app. We open the app and shop for the items you need. Now I'll do that a bit for you there. And don't forget that if we're not testing you, we're testing our wireframe.
Okay. No problem.
So we've opened on the home page, and what do you see on this page?
The first thing that jumps out is the Start Shopping button, and then obviously there's somebody's obviously done a menu for making something, and my recent orders, so to speak. Can I move that down a minute? Meet the grocers and club card rewards. Obviously along the bottom's my usual, which is something that I would look at using quite regularly, because obviously that's got everything that I would have had before in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll just start shopping. And what do you see on this page?
Would you like to collect your shopping or have it delivered? The option to choose collection or delivery buttons to press.
Okay. And in our scenario, we haven't got time to go shopping today, so you decide to order your groceries on the Tesco app.
So click the delivery button. Now it's given me the options of what day I would like and what time I would like, and all the information of where to deliver it. So obviously you want tomorrow, so I would open it up, click on tomorrow's date, click OK, and then choose the time. So 12 or 11 o'clock.
It will prompt you where to click on this wireframe, sorry.
Select time. So now it's confirming that I've gone for tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a price of how much the delivery is going to cost, my name or my information of where to deliver, and obviously confirming that the billing address is the same. So happy with that, I'll click OK, confirm. Shopping list, speak, scan.
Okay, I'll give you your shopping list now. If you need to make notes, I'll give you the pen there.
Thank you.
What do you see on this page?
Well, the first thing is the get started, create a list. Obviously I can speak it in according to this, scan an item if I've got an item there to scan.
Do you want to try speaking?
Or type. I would try. The only thing I would say I was a little surprised at is the beginning part implied I could have a option of lists, and this is just telling me to start a fresh one. But okay, let's
possibly we
do
haven't
your
created
list.
one yet. So what would you, because you mentioned about speaking into it, what would you click or tap to
probably
speak?
The symbol, the icon for the
Okay.
microphone.
We're not going to be testing that today, but it's nice to say. What do you think the other two symbols there?
The middle one would indicate scan.
Mm-hmm.
The camera one would be to take a photograph. I assume that's so you've got the actual picture for future reference in on the actual shopping list.
Yeah, that's right. It's an image recognition idea that we're trying to add to the Tesco. We've already got the barcode. Okay, if you want to type a search item in.
Well, let's go for the first on the list. Oh, okay. Haven't actually typed anything, but the word bananas is coming up, and that's the first on my list.
We can't simulate everything.
Okay, that's fine. And obviously I want 5, so I'd click on the 5. Add quantity.
Okay, that's interesting. We'll go again and type another one into the list. Let's finish the list first.
Okay. So next is peppers, and ideally I want 4, so I'd go for the top one and then add the quantity I want. Okay, well I would normally add the quantity I want because the other option was only for 3, so that wasn't my shopping list. Next item then is tomatoes. I want 6. So plum tomatoes family value pack. I would go for the loose ones again because I've got a specific amount that I want. 1 sliced pan of bread, Tesco's white bread, Tesco's wholemeal. Okay, for that one. And eggs is next, and I want 6. We'll go for that one because
healthy option.
Carrots are next. It says 8, so again I would opt for loose because I don't know how many you'd get in a pack. Chickens next, 4 breasts of chicken, so it would be the top one out of a choice. Fresh orange juice, I want 1 litre, so again it would be the top one that says 1 litre, but I'll go for the bottom one.
Just a wireframe.
Next is tin of coconut milk, so it doesn't really matter which one. Shampoos next on the list, and we just want a bottle of it. And the last thing on my list is a litre of milk. So that's my shopping list done. So
Well, we tried the add quantity button before. Try that.
Okay, right. So 5 bananas, so that's fine. So I'm assuming now I just add that to my
Well, you need to put a number in, I think.
So I'd need a 1 just to say I want 1 pack of that. Okay, add to basket. Tesco's, and this is where they wanted me to have 4, so add to basket. Tomatoes 6.
Just if we pause there while we're doing this, you can see on the screen that we've got ready to eat or ripen at home. Would that be a useful option to you?
Yeah, because it gives you the opportunity to have longer lifespan of the fruit and veg.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to have like a week to 2 weeks worth of shopping, then ripen at home gives you more opportunity. But obviously if you need it for the next day on a menu...
You do use Tesco's online quite a bit. Would that help, do you think, with the quality of the fruits and vegetables that come through particularly?
Definitely would make a difference.
Okay, carry
on. 1 of bread. 1 of eggs. 8 carrots. Add to basket. 4 chickens, so it would be 1 pack of that. 1 litre, 1 of those. Wanting a coconut milk. 1 shampoo. And lastly, 1 lot of milk. That's everything on your list. Add another item, which, unless you want me to add anything else, I would then just go to view the basket, just to confirm I have got everything I need. Double check my list. And that's everything on my list. It's given me the option to delete, or I assume edit actually, rather than delete. I can edit what's in there. I'm not quite sure what the grey button would represent.
That would be an image.
Pressing. So that would be a photograph of what I've gone for. So then I can edit it if I want to have more or less, or I assume edit, and then it would give me an option if I wanted to remove it from my list.
Okay, let's go to payment.
Reconfirming that it's coming tomorrow, and again the price of the delivery's been added onto it, and again it's given me the information of where they're delivering.
Do you normally get that?
Not as a rule, because it's already in my accounts details, so I don't get any of the confirmation of my address even at the beginning process, because unless I wish to change my address, I wouldn't expect to keep editing that or looking at it.
And if this wasn't Tesco's mobile and you were using another mobile shopping system, would this suit your needs? If you weren't registered to them, you could just make a casual shop?
Yeah, because a lot of the online ones give you a guest account, so you just quickly enter basic information in enough to get your items through without going through all the process of joining onto it all. And then it's down to the card information, which is more than I would normally have on Tesco's, because I've obviously got my card would be registered to the Tesco, so all it would normally ask for is actually the last three. But obviously if you just registered there and then yes, you'd have to ask for it. I've not seen a camera thing for your card before.
How do you expect that to work?
I would assume you would show the number on the card and it would recognise it, rather than trying to type in the 12 digits or whatever it is, 12, 15 digits that are normally on it. In fact, 16 I think, isn't it, on a card?
Right, click on the card number and put the number in.
Right, so card number's in, obviously the name's on it and expiry date, and the last three. Although I'm surprised that the year thing's actually got 4 numbers in it when it's only asked for 2 to type in. But that's the only thing I would say on that. But other than that, and then obviously I'm still happy, I've got all the right information. I would just click on pay. Thank you for your order, experts will, delivery, which is quite a nice confirmation, which is what you normally get, and then you get an email to confirm that that's your order with the list as well, so you know what you've got. Manage order.
Brilliant, thank you very much for that. How did that feel? And we are comparing against your expert knowledge of Tesco's desktop use.
I didn't have too much of a problem, although when I'm doing the individual items at the beginning, I think I'd rather just add my quantity and stuff right from the start than having to go back through a list and then re-enter everything again, because once it's in my basket, I like to think it's in the basket. If I view it at the end, it's usually to confirm I've got everything and maybe to remind me that I might need more or less, but I wouldn't want to then go back through a list and add 8 carrots or 6 tomatoes. I'd rather do that right as I'm doing the order. But other than that, no, it's good.
Is there anything you like about it though, especially? You said that it was good, but what would you like especially?
The pictures and everything, I like the idea, and I like the idea of being able to scan an item and also to be able to say what the item is, because that would be much quicker, especially if you can say it by its brand and everything else, so you get exactly what you want. For example, like the bread, if you use a particular brand, then to say whether it's white, brown, everything else, and then it gives you the item.
Fabulous. Well, thank you ever so much for your work for us today, because it's absolutely invaluable to us to know how you feel, because we're close to it and you're less so. So what you say is ever so valuable to us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.